So I'm Michelle, and Ginny, the Rosenthal Blaze, is also part of Transition Culver City and Transition Mar Vista. She helps with both groups. And that was a wonderful overview of the transition movement. And so I'm going to try not to repeat, but you'll see some pictures of some of the things that Annika has already referenced. If you're part of the permaculture family, which some I know John is, I spoke to John, just met him today, you might recognize this is a permaculture underpinning of transition. So care for earth, care for people, and share. It's so simple, and it almost sounds like the Girl Scout motto or something, but this is what we feel when we do our work. I'm just going to speak for all of us who are doing this kind of work. This is basically it. We're trying to help folks learn how to grow food, and if they don't have land, we'll help them do container gardening. We'll help them. I know somebody who's doing vermiculture, which is raising worms for the compost they create in his apartment and sharing out the fertilizer that comes from it. And then there are other organizations in town. Honey Love is one of them, and also Backwards Beekeepers. But we're trying to support all of those groups. So there's a lot of cross-pollination. As Annika mentioned, reskilling workshops. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I can. I have a personal interest in that. I mean, we all know that like 40, 50 years ago, everybody knew how to do this, and like what's happened to that wisdom. So we are now trying to recapture some of that, and we're finding out that like doing this sort of stuff can be really fun, and getting together and learning how to pickle, or learning how to, darn socks, or whatever the topic might be. So in each group, we have kind of like, hey, I really want to learn how to bake, pies from scratch. And so someone's like, oh, well, I sort of know, or we'll go find somebody who knows, and we put it on in somebody's kitchen. And sometimes we get a church kitchen that's larger. And bread baking was a big thing we did in Westchester. It was huge. And so this is the kind of thing where we're just going to empower people to learn how to do the things that everybody used to know how to do.
Yeah, the pickle making one was also in Westchester, and there was a bluegrass band that played while we were pickling. That was pretty. People came up with various issues, problems, solutions, everything in between. And this is a very, very shortened version of the report back that we did to City Council. We're kind of fortunate in Culver City to have a small town feel within the LA County area. So we were able to go to our council and say, what are you going to do about this? So although the council hasn't yet passed a plastic bag ban, they're all running for office now. 4 out of the 5 council people are running for office, and each one of them, lo and behold, has said that they support a plastic bag ban. Yay! And the only thing I'd like to add is that one of the basic directions that we're going in transition is to create an energy descent action plan. And so in the LA area, we've had one meeting so far, very preliminary meeting, to try and come up with strategies. What can be handled very locally, what needs to be regional, what needs to be even bigger than that. But I have to say that I think our local groups are already doing an energy descent action plan. I feel like this is an illustration of what that plan would look like if it was written out in, that kind of bureaucratic language. So that's it, and I thank you for your attention.